Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you don't mind hitting the like, subscribe button, we have new episodes coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? So they want people to stay inside, stop pollution and all that.
Enjoying this world.
And so they got this world where all these little fucking weirdos and child molesters can be fucking 15-year-old boys in the metaverse.
These chomos.
Yup.
That shit, what? Just go out and do some fun. Take a walk. Like, motherfucker,
What the fuck?
take a walk. Why you gotta? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not I used to be video game head, but it's like as soon as you get shit going on in your life, why the fuck would you spend your life like
Right,
in
as
some
soon as you got
universe?
you listen, man. Because you could be whoever you want in the fucking metaverse.
You can be anything you want here.
Except unvaccinated.
That's true. You see, they're giving you felonies if they're putting you in jail if you fake that shit.
Hey, man, fuck them.
Yeah, that shit's wild. But you can do anything you want here. Like, if you think about, like, back in Fitchburg to where you are now.
Yo, it's been a fucking bumpy ride.
Yeah.
But,
You want to know something really funny? I don't know how this happened, but my mom is bumping Bando heavy.
Word up.
Word up.
She got good taste.
She does. She's a
Shout
fan
out Mom Dukes. Shout out Mrs. Buck.
Shout out Mrs. Buck. Jay gets mad and calls her Miss Freeman, but she still goes by Miss Buck. Nah, she fucks with that.
Word.
I like that song too, but I didn't even hear that until way later. Like, I heard all your other shit first, and then I went back and I heard that, and I really fucked with it.
Well, I was doing a lot of different types of music then. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bando, it just shows where I could go with it.
Yeah.
It's not, I just haven't felt like making another record like that lately, but.
Do you like that track?
Yeah, man, what the fuck? I made it.
It's hard as fuck, yeah.
Fuck you.
Man, I know at one point in my life someone's just gonna beat the fuck out of me on camera because I asked the wrong question. I hope it's not tonight. I got in a fight with someone on this podcast once. This dude Pockets Graham, he's a comedian from New York. I was on mushrooms, he was on acid, and you can watch this episode, it's out. But he just wanted to make it the hardest interview ever, and then it got heated. I almost walked off my own podcast.
How does he make an interview hard?
Like, he wouldn't answer the questions. Like, no matter what I said, he would just be a dickhead. Like, wouldn't answer the questions. Be like, can you explain it more? Can you, like, to the point where it's like, all right, dude, it's not funny.
Yo, do you ever just be rolling up and just get out of your car at an intersection and just be like...
I do that all the... I pull over on the highway. I'll pull over on the highway in the breakdown lane, hop out and brush my crumbs off.
That's a bit extreme.
I don't want the crumbs in my car. Yo, I knew a girl. All right, I was talking to this girl, and I got in her car, like we were hooking up and shit, and she just would ash on the floor. She would just ash on the floor of her car, like she would ash in the cup holder, like she wouldn't give a fuck. And I had to stop. That's nasty.
Yeah,
These hoes are nasty.
A lot of these bitches are dirty, man.
That's what I'm saying. No, they're not.
What do you think, Thorough?
What's the nastiest bitch you've... I bet OT, I want to hear some nasty Fitchburg bitch stories.
I don't got none.
You were a virgin up until you left the dirty burg.
You know, there's just certain things,
Things you can't talk about.
What?
Things you can't talk about.
Nah, but yeah, there's some filth.
There's some filth.
I
feel it. There's some filth everywhere. In Rochester, you see those Canna girls?
Yeah.
That was some filth.
Wait, you see what girls?
I'm not sure you shouldn't talk shit. You should. The weed girls. Those girls who were dressed up in the weed outfits that were like, they looked like strippers who didn't make it. Am I wrong with that? Am I wrong with that assessment? What do you? Are you going to smoke that? Okay. I'm not editing any of this out. Those Canna girls, am I right? Would you go home with one of those girls? Are you from Philly? What's your name again? I'm sorry. Thorough. How did you guys meet? Oh, do you rap? No, I make beats. Oh, really? Have you produced any of his? I probably heard a lot of your shit. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Really? Oh, that's dope as fuck. I'm happy to meet you, man. That's awesome. It's so funny in this, day and age. You never know what, you know what I mean? Like, you're just around people you don't really know. It's a small circle, man. Yeah, for real. You guys met at a cypher. I thought you were going to smoke that Dutch that whole time. I thought you were just going to smoke that Dutch and then come back.
Nah, man. It's not wrong.
You rolled up that Dutch pretty good, one-handed. That's the good answer. Can you roll and drive?
Yeah, dude. Heavy.
Yeah.
Fucking ride around. Usually use my knee.
Yeah.
You
got to be good at that.
I don't want to waste my hands,
Mm-hmm.
Because they could be purling.
Yeah.
Something that's going to save the world,
Yeah. So much work in my trunk, can't afford to light a blunt.
Yeah, man. So it's been a long night, long drive up here.
It has. This has been a long month, I feel like.
I feel, we're basically, as close to fucking Canada as I'm getting.
Yeah. You would never go to Canada? Can you?
I think it's going to be tough for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And fuck them anyway.
That's all I'm saying.
There's no real rap fans in Canada. I'm going to get so much hate for that. I'm just kidding. I'm just
fucking rapping. The people in Canada.
They're rioting right now.
Are they?
From what I just said. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Canada.
Shout out all the countries.
I'm tired, man, but
thank you for doing this. Nah, because we did one, and it. How would you describe the first one we did?
The fucking guy came in and
yeah,
we thought,
we were fine. We handled it.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
That's how I live.
You have to, adapt to the situation. Yeah. No, I think that.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Did shit start? Yeah. I think about that, people who had shit happen over quarantine knew how to adapt. Other people were scared and put inside, and some people knew how to adapt to that shit. And now you see.
Yeah, the hustlers capitalized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hustlers capitalized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you had to be disciplined because nothing was solid. People who came up one way, they fell the same way. You know what I mean? Whether it was putting everything in the crypto or putting everything into a certain field. You know what I mean? You gotta have different streams coming in, man.
What do they say? 7 streams for a millionaire?
That's what they be saying.
Yeah.
7.
But then it's hard as fuck when you're focusing on your art I'm putting the, you know what I mean? When you're focusing on your work, like what you want to put out, like it's hard to then focus on all your other shit.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I got ADD, so I'm fucking nuts, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can't fucking slow down at all.
Yeah. And then throw a family on top of that.
Yeah, you know, I wake up and I'm like looking at them. I'm just like, I'm looking at the kids. I'm like, who are these people, you know?
Yeah.
How the fuck did they get here?
But I gotta salute you. You really are like a good father. I mean, I'm not with you all the time, but like, you really do care. Like, you really.
Yeah, no. Yeah, my kids are, my kids and my woman are absolutely irreplaceable. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are the pieces that make up what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their own shit,
and you show you can balance that shit.
Yeah, it's a balancing act. I think my man Static Select got an album called The Balancing Act.
He does, yeah. About being a father and being in the...
That shit's real.
You think anybody can do it?
Yeah, I think anybody can do it, but capability is limited by character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think made you special?
What are you gonna do? Nah, but real rap. I think that
what are you gonna do is a real answer. I feel that heavy.
Yeah, you gotta just,
There's no choice, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? I just said I'm not arguing with nobody whose parents take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't arguing with nobody who doesn't have the same shit on their plate as me.
Yeah.
Because you can't, even you can't relate to someone because they don't have the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't even see the world the same way. I do understand that. But then that's hard because, there's a lot, it breaks down into a lot of different factions then.
Yeah, everybody ain't for everything, It's like, my thing is, when I came home from jail, I had some scares and shit from other cases. I've told this on other interviews before, but I almost got smoked over some shit that I had nothing to do with, with a court case, and I almost got a life sentence worth of time. So I don't really like being out late too much.
Yeah.
If there's business, if there's work to do, I'm all for it. But hanging out after the club what after hours we going to, man, fuck all that. If they don't book me, I'm saying we ain't going to that shit.
Yeah. I noticed that when I met you the first time. I like how you move. You treat it like you're a business. You, not in a bad way, but in
you got to, man. And
you can't let it slip.
Yeah, nah, man. And you just got to take every situation by itself and focus on it and get it out the way and get the next one. And you don't pick your head up to look around and be like, oh, I did all this. You don't do that. You just keep your head down.
I needed to hear that because I wanted to salute you for the amount of just work that you put out. Because your music one, but then everything, the tours, the travel around, but then all the freestyles that you do, that's a lot of work. I don't even do it, but I know how much work that is.
Yeah, it's work, and it can be stressful. I've talked to battle rappers, man. You bring up Canada, I'm real tight with Pat Stay. That's my man, and he's told me I've seen him. Not even just told me, but I've seen him talk about how stressful it is going into a battle and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need everybody to leave you the fuck alone. You gotta you gotta really put a lot of mental pressure and focus. And like I said, for me, it's hard for me to focus, but with this rap shit, I can.
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's why it's weird to me. I might before a performance party act cool, but it's weird to me what people don't think about it at all. What you need to put it there's a mental energy, I feel.
Yeah, man. If Right when you're tired and right when you're ready to like quit is when you got to do something else.
Yeah.
That's how you separate from people. You know? So,
right when you want to take a break, you
yeah.
realize you got to add more to your plate.
Yeah, like you're not even thinking about taking a break because you're too worried about making sure what you got coming next.
Yeah.
You're not even thinking about a break.
There is no break. Ever.
Never.
It's like anything. You want
A break
it to
me, a break, no break to most people would mean insanity.
Yeah.
To me, the break is where I find insanity at. Like, I want to stay busy. I want to stay clicking, stay moving, stay creating, stay pushing, stay finalizing, stay editing, I want to stay.
Because when you're stagnant, when your brain starts to eat itself, when the voices start getting
and
louder.
Then, there's other pointless, dumb shit that comes up in life that you don't even need to be worried about because you're supposed to be focused over here on this. And, like, like I said, it's about balancing time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think being a dad shows that? Because there's no break from being I don't know, not being a parent. There's nothing, everything I can put on hold if I really want.
Yeah, your kids got to be accounted for at all times. It's like a basketball you're dribbling. You got to keep dribbling that basketball. Like, you go over here, but every couple of seconds you got to reach over here and make sure that basketball's straight. Keep that shit bouncing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like what it is, just like juggling. The more shit you get on your plate.
Yeah.
But when you don't have nothing on your plate, you pray for shit to be on your plate. But then when you get a lot on your plate, you be like, damn, I missed the days. You know what I'm saying? But,
How do you then still create?
Because, like, I seen so much shit happen. And I witnessed so much,
Yeah.
like a person who lives the type of life I live sees. So, like, it's an endlessly flowing river, man. You know what I mean? Like,
is it hard to tap back into that, though?
No, not really. No, it's there.
I mean emotionally hard. I don't mean hard to get there.
I mean, life's, still, there's still uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, like, I get right back in my zone. I pride myself on that.
But it comes through not emotional in a bad way. I hope you take it as like a compliment, but how emotional you are. And like, I can hear it in your music.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's just, the way that I learned to do it and the way that I learned to be heard is
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, you just go with the flow?
Yeah, man, you go with the flow in life and then, things come together later. You try to force things and make these things happen and it doesn't work out and then you wait and you focus on other things and then pretty soon that thing comes around and, you be glad you waited. You're glad that things happened the way they did and,
Yeah.
But this music shit is like mad stressful, you know what I'm saying? You got to have new content.
You have fun with it still?
Yeah, oh man, yeah, I love it.
What's the most fun part of it for you? I get a lot into the negatives on this show. I want to get into the positives.
What's the funnest part? Performance nuts.
You remember your first crazy show?
Yeah. Yeah, it was state property. Beans and all them brought me out. And that shit was crazy. State property brought me out. Petey Crack, Beans.
What was that?
Young Chris and all them. It was a couple years ago. You said where?
When?
It was a couple years ago, like 3-4 years ago.
And that was when you really knew show was different?
Yeah, it was a big crowd and, I started to perform at them type joints, the bigger halls and it's just baby steps, It's mad baby steps.
How many years do you think you grinded before you felt like you got recognition?
In music?
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Do you feel like that was time deserved? Those were deserved 4 or 5 years of grinding?
Yeah, I mean, deserved, but like I don't feel like nobody owed me nothing. It was more like I owed it to myself. Like, I owed it to myself. I figured out a way to do real work, and I was like, damn, like, I gotta capitalize off this and make this what I'm good at. So now if I go into like any studio, I go right into a studio, open up Pro Tools, have, I can load a session up, I can like, what I'm saying, put like little light mixes on shit, little shit like that.
Yeah. What changed?
What do you
like
mean?
4 or 5 years in, what changed?
I'm getting paid to go places now instead of paying to go places.
Yeah, but how did you start? Like, what changed that you started getting paid?
Let's say we paid to go places, but like back when I first came home and I was, starting this shit up, you go to like showcases and open mics and, people would be like, yo, it's $50, $100 to rap, Yeah. And then, those turned into me doing contests for like 500 to 1,000. We won like 4 of them in a row, and it changed slow. For me, it changed. Everything happened real fucking slow, frustratingly slow. But then the frustration fuels me to go harder.
And that's where that comes out.
Yeah, and then that's where,
When you were locked up, did you have that plan? You knew what you were going to do?
When I was locked up, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I had a lot of plans, Plan on doing like a lot of different things. Like,
what was the number one?
At first it was making money, and then after seeing so much shit happen, chasing money wasn't necessarily my favorite thing to do. Creating was again. So it was like, you got to balance the two though. You sit with your family all day. You just sit in there all day, and a couple of days go by, you didn't make no money. Your craft suffers. You don't have nothing going on. So you try to go chase your craft all day. You know what I'm saying? But that shit'll leave you broke sometimes, and you're not with your people. So it's like whatever you delegate your time to is what's gonna prosper, and everything else is gonna hurt from it. So I've learned to alleviate sleep from my life. We don't sleep anymore, and I just work. I just grind. Be with my family. My family needs me. I'm there for as much as I can. When I gotta hit the road, I gotta hit the road. And I just,
Do you ever crash?
I ain't fucking crashed yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real rap.
But How long after?
You don't need to sleep 8 hours a day though. You can get like 2.5, 3 hours of sleep.
That's what he always tells me, but I don't listen.
I mean, you can, it's like I talk to like my man Hino, like he trains like everybody, like Drake, Kevin Hart. He's like all their trainer. He said Kevin Hart gets up at like 4 a.m. and works out just to get it out of the way for the day. Get up and you gotta attack that shit. The rap shit is a lot of shit runs late. Studio sessions don't start till 2 a.m. Like right shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one runs on time. Yeah.
But with me, I've learned that if I make myself, financially straight, I set my own plays up and my own shit, and I don't have to wait on nobody or worry about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So the lesson is, go get yours however you got to get it. But just get it. And then when you get it, you got to put it into this.
Yeah. Do you think you're at a point now where you're like that?
Yeah.
And now you can expand and do the other shit.
Yeah, man.
You really do want to act on some real shit?
Yeah, I'm in a couple different movies that are about to come out. I'm in this one film called Not For Nothing. Like Mark Webber and shit. My man Tim Dowling produced it, wrote it and all that, directed it.
You like that?
Yeah, I like acting, man. That shit's cool. Like standing around on a set all day is a bitch though, but
yeah.
Stood worse places.
But you not that it's not as hard as like, I mean, it takes a lot of effort to put.
You're talking type of pressure.
Yeah, but you're talking about putting certain effort into other things, making other things. It affects it.
Yeah, it does. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? So if you're into what I do, then you're yeah, you're gonna like. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain type of person that I connect to with this with my music and with how I move and
yeah.
And I'm still getting influenced. That's the thing. I'm still getting influenced.
What influences you?
I mean, just seeing different people living different ways and doing different approaches to things, and I'm still learning. I'm still being, and I feel like as long as I'm still learning and I'm still executing, there's no need for me to ever really stop what I'm doing,
Yeah, I feel that 100%. Seeing Ito with that band inspired me crazy because that's different than something I've ever seen. I was just in Chicago seeing the Chicago Art Institute, seeing Basquiat's and Murakami's and all of this art inspired me. Like I like still feeling that.
Yeah, man. So
you still inspire yourself?
Yeah, a little bit, but I don't get into all that.
What do you mean?
Like I don't like sit there and fucking think about what I'm doing.
But when you spit something, are you ever like, God damn, I just came up with that?
When I write some shit, like it gets exciting.
And you know how good you are.
I do. And I also know that there's lots of areas, what I'm saying, that I could improve in. But I feel like, I feel like I'm the best at what I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the best at what I do.
You created a lane.
Yeah.
Your own lane.
Seeing people attack their lane inspired me to find my own. And then as I found my lane, I wanted to make sure I didn't limit myself. So I made sure, when I dropped content and shit, that I kept it, brought in, songs like Bando and shit on, shit just like, because I don't want to.
How are you gonna how do you then go and be like, all right, I want to top myself for the next thing?
The next thing isn't necessarily always going to top your last move. Sometimes it's just another good move. Might not be as big as your last move.
I like that you think like that. Yeah,
but it's still a good move. It's still the move to make at that time.
Yeah,
it ain't always going to be fireworks. Some people it is. Some people are blessed. God bless them. But I gotta grind my shit out. Grind it out. Just like this.
You think people are lucky, or you think everyone's on their own grind?
I think everybody's on their own grind. There's people that are lucky, but it seems like a lot of people that, got lucky, especially with this music, people that look like they got lucky were like fucked later and they hated their shit.
Yeah.
As soon as they got with a record label, they was trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
So don't jump out the frying pan into the fire.
How do you keep yourself from making the wrong decisions? Like with that, like business decisions.
I just be like trying to listen to like what, the guys I work with. I try to be open-minded and listen to what they got to say and, try to be always be coachable. No matter how good you get, always be coachable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always be able to accept criticism. You gotta always, so.
How do you get to a place where you've been grinding for so hard and you know how hard you have to fucking work and still be like, all right, but you know better than me?
What do you mean?
Like coachable. You're talking about coachable, like being able to listen. I think that's hard. I think even, it's hard when you're like, nah, I've done it my way. Like, it's worked.
I want to do my way and their way. I'm not going to stop doing it my way, but if somebody's going to drop jewels.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
People need to understand it's 2 a.m.
Is it 2 a.m.?
It's 1:51. Can we do 9 more minutes?
Oh, we got time, man.
We got 9 minutes.
Yeah, we got time, man. We got time, right?
We're in Syracuse. We're at that dope.
Yo, it's 3 degrees outside. As they said, it feels like negative something.
Yeah, it was horrible how cold it was.
Cold as a bitch out here.
Yeah.
I said it's so cold out here. Even all the homeless people went home.
It's so cold. Yeah, that was a good joke.
Shout out, no diss to my homeless people.
No, it's so cold. People don't want to smoke cigarettes.
Yo, cigarettes.
That's when you know it's cold, when it's too cold for people to smoke cigarettes.
I don't like cigarettes, man. Cigarettes nasty.
1 degree. I'm 3.
You Siggy Smalls?
I'm 3 years clean of all nicotine and tobacco.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, homie.
I used to smoke 2 packs of backwoods a day
and I used to spliff. I used to smoke, but I just smoke weed. I feel like I'm a vegan. You know, I'm like,
Yeah, you switched it up. Good for you.
I just smoke paper planes and all that.
Word
shit.
up.
They always make fun of me, Vegas and all them. Who inspires you musically around you?
I mean, lately a lot of my inspiration came from going on tour with Benny and shit. So, like, you know what I'm saying, watching their, you know, how they drop and how things work. Of course, that's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Shit going on with Nems is very inspiring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely motivates.
It's cool. I want to hear you guys make music because it's cool seeing you guys together.
Yeah, we got like 3 records together. 2 of them are out. One of them's still in the tuck. We got joints, man.
That's dope. It was fun. Have you been able to hear any Tana Talk 4 at all?
Just the track that they just dropped with J. Cole, which is crazy, man. Shout out.
That one was a crazy
Shout out
track.
Benny. Shout out J. Cole, man.
I was just in the studio with Benny, and I got to hear what they have like recorded so far. I got to hear what he has with 38, which was insane. But that J. Cole track was crazy. I don't know if you caught what the first thing he said on the track, though, which I thought was very weird. Not weird.
What you mean?
Where he goes, this shit doesn't feel as good as it looks. That's how he opens up the track.
Right. Well, you know.
I feel it. That's what we're talking. You know, that's the grind. That's what we're talking about. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying that's the grind. You know, you have to. I think other people get to enjoy your success almost more than you do sometimes. Because if you stop to enjoy it, as you said, it stops. If you're enjoying it, you're not growing. You're not succeeding.
You just gotta keep riding the wave out, though. You gotta keep riding the wave. You can watch the highlight footage later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Does your family know it? Like, get it now?
Everybody gets it.
Did they not at first?
Nobody gets it at first.
You have to prove it to yourself first.
Yeah, man. You really gotta say, you know, I don't give a fuck, and you gotta go bring home some trophies and some wins.
What was your first trophy?
Well, my first trophy was winning little open mics and shit and winning money, winning contests rather than just doing showcases and trying to perform. I would compete. And then, like, other things happen, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like, when I first started get going and really get my Instagram jumping and shit, this company hit me up and was like, yo, there's this kid getting $2 million in a settlement, and it's already guaranteed to him, and he follows you on the gram, and we want to give him more money than another company's offering him, and, you know, he follows OT, listens to OT, we want you to go talk to him. And they, like, flew me out west and shit, and I pulled up on the kid and was like, yo, look, you know, bada, 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 bada. These people that are hitting you up are legit. And kid was like, all right, word. And he did a deal with him. And, like, instead of getting, like, $1 million for his $2 million, he ended up getting, like, $1.2 million for his $1 million. So he came up. I made, like, you know, I made like 30, 40 bands off it.
Oh, wow.
So that was like a trophy, you know what I'm saying?
Was that your first amount of money from, like...
It was one of them, and then, like, it was around the same time, like, I had did a song called Addiction, and I was like, yo, I'm going to leave the end of the video blank, and I'm going to pitch it to certain rehabs, and I went and got with this one rehab, and they were called Daybreak. They are called Daybreak, and I really liked how they ran shit. They were honest people. They really wanted people to, like, get better and shit. So I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm putting some ad space in the end of this video. Use my music video as a fucking commercial. Like, do you want your shit in my video? Because my video's up forever.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not going down. So, like, they gave me, like, another big ass check, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, to put that shit in the video. And that might be my biggest trophy, because that shit still brings in wins today. Because that song Addiction that I made, it touched a lot of people. It helped a lot of people. People hit me and say, "Yo, that song gets me through shit. That song, I listen to that song and I don't go get high because like I know it's gonna happen." You know what I'm saying? So little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's a trophy to me.
That's beautiful. That
It's like it's different trophies, right? You know what I'm saying? Like one's this, one's that, one's this. It's like,
and that's a different track than.
I was just saying, like, I was rapping from addiction's point of view, as if addiction was a person and who fucking looms over you all day, and it's me, you know what I mean? So, if you ain't seen that shit, make sure y'all go check out OT The Real Addiction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's been, there's wins. There's wins all through this shit if you're a businessman. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And are you excited for the future?
Yeah, fucking right, man.
That's dope.
Trapping it out. Real rap.
Yeah. Working.
Grinding.
Because it'll all pay off.
Yeah, and once you start to see it pay off, can't nobody tell you nothing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm doing this. Shut the fuck up.
Do you remember the first time you had like a fan come up to you or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shit, jail.
Really?
Like, that's where it started at. I was going to yard really just bugging out every day, like battling people and going in on the keyboard. They be playing beats on the keyboard. We do the whole yard. I was giving out symphonies out in that bitch, man.
Damn.
Right, that's like, that was my artist development.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Were you rapping before that?
I was writing raps and shit, but I was focused on selling work, trying to just like be that person who like sold the most work and shit.
Did you ever want to though? Like you were writing.
Then I'm talking about before I went to jail and all that.
Yeah,
Say it again though.
Did you want to even before?
What you mean?
Like in the back of your head?
Did I want to what though? What you mean?
Rap.
Yeah, always, man. Because I hear the shit I be saying, and like the bars I be coming out double entendres, and I be like, yo, this shit is harder than everybody else's shit. Like nobody's really saying nothing this hard. Other people got shit in different ways though, but my shit is like, ain't nobody can do this like I'm doing. Can't nobody say mong and say some shit that fits perfect. Cause I'll take my time, man, and you know what I'm saying. That shit just comes together. I got I got like a way with words and shit. So I use it to my
Did you always have a way with words?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, fuck them. They've been saying it to me. Every time
but you have to realize it, yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to find a way to take what you're good at. Even if what you're good at is something bad, you got to take what you're good at and find a way to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to, to make it count. So what you're good at, some dumb shit. But once you incorporate that, that into what other people need you to be doing, it's deep,
Yeah.
And it's late.
We'll wrap this up. Last question. Jesse or Walt?
Huh?
Are you team Jesse? Who you fuck with more in Breaking Bad, Jesse or Walt?
Oh man, I'm like, I got homies. I'm like, who fuck?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I think like, Jesse's like a little like he's a little fiend. He's a fiend little bitch, like crying and shit. He does shit that I wouldn't do.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Walt's a cold-hearted, like, men like think with logic. A man's man thinks with logic. Women, God bless them, they think with emotion. Right?
Yeah.
So when you see a dude being extra emotional, right? He's being a bitch. So, like, it's Team Walt. It's Heisenberg.
All right.
Go get that broken glass out now, man.
Hard as fuck. The broken glass.
Appreciate you. Shout out Green Lantern, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my dog Screw Tape. Got me with the...
Yeah, shout out Screw Tape. Shout out you.
I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm about a quarter of the way there.
Wow. Salute.
Stay tuned.
Man, thank you for doing this.
You already know. Yeah, man. I'm about to light this shit up, man.
Peace out.